Good evening. My name is Lenatica Springfield.
And my name is Zaire Perry Jr. Welcome to today's T-High episode, because it's the place to get updated. Let's get straight to the problem at hand.
Today is May 6, 2019, and we'll be discussing our recent election.
The governor of New York, Alfred E. Smith, won a major party's presidential nomination.
Smith is actually the first Roman Catholic to win, even though his religion was a problem to most. Also, going around is the rumor that Smith's campaign was funded by a Catholic church.
Herbert Hoover, a Quaker, which is a religious society of friends. Hoover won in a landslide. Nearly 50,000 people stood in the rain to watch him speak his inaugural address. He also stated that, "I have no fears for the future of our country. It is bright with hope." Next up, we have to talk about is the stock market crash. Apparently, overnight, the stock market prices took a drastic fall. So many people had fallen from earning an honest wage to struggling into debt. This happened on October 24th, which is now known as Black Thursday, but it was later changed to Black Tuesday.
Another thing to notice is that many banks are beginning to close fast because of this sudden money crisis. The banks gave so much money to the investors in which they could not pay back the banks.
With many Americans in this crisis, we are sure to experience a recess within the next few days, unless something is done to stop it.
I am here with Amber Smith to talk about how the Great Depression changed her life. How do you feel about losing the money that you stored in the banks?
I felt as if I was set up, like I lost everything, but now I can't provide for my family.
How did the event affect you and your family?
It affects me and my family in a very bad way. It makes me feel sad that I have to see my loved ones struggle.
What problems did you and your family face, and how did you overcome them?
One of the problems we faced was hunger. I sold many of my belongings just to feed my family.
That's all for today. Now on to Adriana Hunter.
Well, thank you, Ms. Springfield. I'm Adriana Hunter, and I'm here to present information on the Dust Bowl. The Dust Bowl is one of the most major droughts we've had. This drought has reduced our crops and output on a food shortage. The prices on the crops are also dropped, which makes us have no money, and farmers are being put out of work and have no jobs. This term is to cover the Dust Bowl, which is a dust storm. In fact, the vegetation has been lost and the soil has been reduced to dust and eroded, especially as consequences of drought. Unsuitable farming practice has also turned into the areas of Oklahoma, Kansas, and northern Texas. As a result, people known as Okies traveled, which obliged many people to move to other states where they found the conditions to be a little bit in their homes. People have been forced to move out their homes in order to get to where they needed to be. Thank you. Now on to the weather segment from Ms. Angela.
Thank you, Adriana. Now to continue off of what Ms. Hunter stated, the Dust Bowl situation is very extreme. Having a Dust Bowl during this dry period is caused by a combination of a severe water shortage and harsh farming techniques. It is very important for people to understand how this occurred. The Dust Bowl, as they call it, is happening at this very moment. There is an extreme amount of dust being blown over the Great Plains at an incredibly high wind speed. The farmers, probably not knowing, helped in causing the Dust Bowl. The farmers needing crops continued to farm extensively even during the drought by deep plowing. Them doing this in the Great Plains killed the natural grass that kept the soil in place. The outcome of this natural disaster, as the high winds and choking dust swept the region from Texas to Nebraska, people and livestock were killed and crops across the entire region failed. 1 million acres of farmland became useless. As Adriana stated before, people known as Okies traveled to other states unaware of the conditions that they would find. Thank you. That was your weather report.
Action. I'm Lenatica Springfield.
I'm Angela Hamilton.
I'm Adriana Hunter.
And I'm Larry Perry. Well, that's all for today's TI episode. Come back next week for more news and weekly updates.
Until next time, America.